Hello, welcome to our tutorial in Basic JQuery. Here we will be discussing some basic concepts in JQuery and how to use it as well. First, we're going to discuss what JQuery is. Basically, JQuery is a JavaScript library that makes client-side scripting simple. It's a single file that is written in JavaScript and included on your web page in order to make coding simple, efficient, and easier. It is still recommended if you know how to code in JavaScript first, even though it is possible to start learning jQuery even without any knowledge. This is to know how some of jQuery works, and you still will be using native JavaScript codes in jQuery in case you are trying to do something you can't do there in jQuery. As for the uses of jQuery, it can be used as a document object model or DOM helper because you can select a single or group of elements in a web page. It can also be used as an event handler, which makes your JavaScript actions and events organized. It also comes with great functions for AJAX requests. And for doing special effects and animations, jQuery is also capable of that. And lastly, jQuery also works as a browser utility as well. So now we're done discussing what jQuery is, let's now proceed to our hands-on tutorial. First is installing jQuery. Just go to the website jQuery.com and look for the big download button. You will see a radio button with two items, production and development. Just leave it to production since we're just going to use it. As you click the download button, you will be greeted by this page. You might as well wonder why my browser just opened it and they didn't let this file be downloaded. This is so that you can also use the URL to include it to some pages. But since we'll be working offline and we also want our own copy of jQuery, we'll just download a copy of this file instead. Just save the page as a JavaScript file. We'll rename the file to jQuery, removing the version number so that it would be easier to type, since I'm a bit lazy in memorizing numbers. So now we've downloaded our file and placed it in a folder along with our web page. It's just a blank page for now. Then we're going to edit this page. As you can see, I've already included some basic HTML tags. To see how jQuery works, we'll be creating a button first and give it an ID called btn_action. Let's run this page so we can see the button we created. Now we'll include the jQuery file and then initialize it. Document.ready is a jQuery function that is called after the web page is finished loading. It's a JavaScript equivalent to the window.onload or bodyOnload attribute. As we know in JavaScript, you can't select an element in a web page unless it is already loaded. In order to call this function and other jQuery built-in functions, you will be using the $sign, which is an alias for jQuery. And inside the ready function is where we will be adding our actions. First, we select the button with the ID btn_action using a hash symbol. If you know CSS, you'll find this quite similar to CSS selectors. After selecting the button, we'll now use the event called click. The same it is to our document.ready function. We first selected our document, then called the ready function. So, in the click event, we'll be executing an alert dialog with the message hello world. Now let's save it and run this page. I'll just have to refresh my browser, and here it is. As I click the button, there you have it. It displays a dialog with the message hello world. Let's click it one more time, and it's still there. You can also play around with other events. Just check out the online documentation of JQuery. And that's it. This is Jerem, and you've just watched a tutorial of Coder's Friend.